I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shinta Brown, and today we're going to talk about 3 things to consider when painting areas of your home. So if you're new, welcome to the channel. I hope you stay for a while and comment down below in the comments. And if you like what you see, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you. Thank you for joining me once again. So let's get into it. So we all know that painting areas of our home is a popular way to update or refresh our homes. So one thing to consider is color, right? Picking out colors for your home, for a room, for a particular area is so difficult. I decided to do that today in this video in front of my fireplace. Here I chose the color Caviar by Sherwin-Williams. And what I wanted to do was make my living room fireplace a focal point when you enter it, all right? So I decided to go with black because the color concept of my home is white, black, gray, and little hints of whatever I felt like. So I decided to opt for a matte tone, right? So picking out colors are so important. You need to remember what is your color concept or theme you're having in your home. Even if it's not for the whole home and it's just for a particular room, keep that in mind. What is the theme that I want in this room, in this space? And then think about, are we going to paint all the walls this particular color or just one wall? So there's a lot to consider. Now, choosing paints, I decided to go with Sherwin-Williams, not for any particular reason, but I just love quality and I felt that they provide that. Number 2 is keeping in mind there are so many different types of paints, which is finish. As I stated, I decided to go with a matte color on my fireplace. But if you look here, this is also eggshell. So there are different options. They have glossy, they have eggshell, they have matte, and then I believe there's another, I think it's satin or something like that. There are different type of finishes when it comes to paint. So you also need to bear that in mind. Why I decided to go with matte is because I was looking for something that would stand out but yet not make so much noise. I felt if I went with glossy, it would be too shiny and it would cause too much attention. I feel like the color alone allows this area to stand out by itself. If I add extra gloss, it would just be too obvious. So I went with the matte and I love the outcome of it. I think it's so beautiful. It stands out nice. Of course, you can see here that I've also selected some pieces here. My living room area is definitely going to be a white looking type of vibe. Whites, creams, you know, the hints of grays and all of that. So I definitely wanted something to split the white going on and decided to paint that black. So number 3 is preparation, right? When you're painting a wall, depending on the type of look that you're going for, you might need to fill in any holes, any gaps. You might have to even sand down, okay, and then paint over it to give it that smooth look. Now, if you watched my previous video where we transformed our fireplace from a mantle having fireplace to what you see here today, okay? That is in my previous video. But you can see that they were able to take off the mantle as well as sand everything down and then put plaster over it before painting the black to give it this smooth finish that you see here today. That is what allowed that. So that is something to keep in mind. Here in Texas, we have textured walls. I didn't want any texture on my fireplace, so we had to sand it down and plaster it before coloring it this caviar color by Sherwin-Williams. And again, I think it is so gorgeous. So let's talk about this. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but it is in the video and I wanted to touch on it a little bit. As you can see here, we went for a cream white vase with a concrete coffee table, and the coffee table is from Crate and Barrel, and the vase here, or should I say the vase here, is also from West Elm. Okay, so these two I felt was a perfect combination to go right with my focal point area. It has the shapes that I wanted. And honestly, the inspiration for this room is more like your museum or magazine, like your clean, modern, not eclectic, but you know, type of vibe. I want a clean vibe. So I wanted to create my living room area with shapes. That is what inspired this whole living room space, is shapes and white. My friends and my family, they're all like, I see a lot of white. I see a lot of white in your house. They're nervous for me, but I'm not, okay? And I felt that this here, once the sticks and everything comes, and again, I will give you an updated living room tour once that happens, but once the sticks come out and it just, you see it from here to the focal point area, it would just stand out beautifully. And that is that. So conclusion, you want to go ahead and pick out colors that make sense for your theme or for that particular room. Always keep that in mind. Keep in mind the type of finish that you need with your paint. Either you're going to do eggshell, you're going to go matte, or you're going to go gloss. You need to keep that in mind. Now, when they say eggshell, eggshell has a little shine to it, right? But not so much, which is what's on this wall. Eggshell has shine, but not so much where it is glossy. There's a big difference. I like eggshell, I like matte, I like gloss when it needs to be gloss. I think we have gloss on our kitchen cabinets, okay? So there is the difference. Once I do a kitchen update video for you where I talk through the items and the things that I picked out, you will go ahead and see that. But for now, we're gonna stick with this beautiful fireplace. I hope this video helped you. If you found it helpful, please leave me a comment. Are you feeling this caviar color? What colors are you thinking of painting your rooms or your home? And who are you thinking of going with? As well as, don't forget to share it for somebody who might need this video or think that it'll be helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions, each new update.